Coach Brenda Kelly here, coming to you with another episode of Thrive with Brenda K. And I want to talk today about what's in my bag. Now, I know you're probably saying, okay, what is this? You know, what kind of bag is this? Well, you see, it is a backpack. And it's not your usual bag or a purse where you have your makeup, you have all these essentials, lipstick, perfume, stuff like that. But this is your medical bag. So I want to talk about what's in my bag. What's in your bag? If you have a first aid kit, this is my first aid kit. And I wanted to get something with a little red in it because it, you know, red and white first aid. But I'm going to just show you some of the things that I put in my bag. If you don't have a first aid kit or bag, I encourage you to create one for your home, because so often things happen in our homes, emergencies, especially with COVID and everything that's going on in the world today. You want to be prepared. You want to have something that you can run to, grab it, and you know that everything that you need, your essentials, are in here. So I'll start out with my bag. Number one, with COVID, do you have masks? And a lot of times, sometimes you have people come over, visitors, and you may want to throw on a mask. So always, you can get these. You can get masks from Amazon. You can find them on Amazon, N95 masks, or you can find these. I got this one at Costco. So there's all different kinds of masks that you can get. But always have some in the house, okay? And in an emergency, you want to be able to throw on a mask or throw it on someone if they're ill. All right, another thing is a little simple first aid kit. Now, I got these from the dollar store. This is what it looks like in the box, but these are only $1. And just about everything that I have, you can get from the dollar store. So in this little kit, it has Band-Aids, it has some alcohol preps, just some basic things that you need. So you can grab a couple of these and have in your bag. Okay, in addition to that, I have some non-adhering dressings. Now, dressings are different. You have your gauze sponges, and then these are non-stick. So, and these as well, you can get at the dollar store. They're non-stick. So say there's a wound or a sore that if you put a regular gauze on it, the blood will soak into it, and then pulling it off is difficult. Well, these are non-stick. They're like called Telfa. So I have these as well as the regular gauze sponges. So these are the regular gauze sponges. Now, I like gauze sponges because they have holes in them. So if there's a wound that needs air, they're always good for that. So you can use those as well in an emergency. So here we have our gauze sponges and the non-stick sponges. Another thing that you can get, dollar store tape. This is called paper tape. There's two kinds of tape that I use. One is a silk tape, and this is a more heavy duty tape if you need to really secure something, and then a light tape if you don't want it too much pressure. So two different tapes, but having tape in your bag. Okay, Band-Aids. Now this is, you always need these, especially if you have children, grandchildren. Always have a nice supply of Band-Aids on hand. And let me tell you something about Band-Aids. You want to be careful when you put a Band-Aid on someone, that you don't leave it on for long periods of time, because a lot of times people will just slap a Band-Aid on a kid's sore and then leave it, and all of a sudden 5 or 6 days later they pull it off and there's all this gook underneath. Well, that's because that wound has become macerated. It hasn't been cleaned. It has become just, all that bacteria has just collected. So you want to remove the Band-Aid, clean the area, and reapply if you're going to do it. Or sometimes leave it off and leave it open to the air so it can breathe a little bit. Like if they're at home, you can leave it off. So be careful with Band-Aids that you don't leave them on for long periods of time. Let's see. Another thing is COVID at-home tests. There is a website, if you Google free COVID tests, that you can get them by U.S. mail, and they are allotted so many to each family. I think there's like 8 tests, so you can put your address in and they'll tell you if you're due for more tests or if you're able to get more tests. So take advantage of that, because you never know when you're going to have to quickly test and see if something's going on. So it's good to have these on hand as well. Let's see. Here I have some more tape, and this is kind of a sticky tape. Actually, if you have say you have something bleeding that's really out of control, this can kind of be used as a tourniquet. And also, if you don't have a tourniquet, anything can be used as long as you wrap it and it's tight, if in the event of a real bad bleed. So, but this will kind of help with that, this stretchy tape here. Hand bacteria gel is good to have in your bag. So these are just some things that I keep in my bag. Insect repellent for the kids going outside. And this one is by Melaleuca. Melaleuca is a company that I get products from, and it's very good. So insect repellent. Another thing that I use is peppermint. This is by Doterra, and it's an essential oil company that I use as well. And I use peppermint for everything. You can use it for headaches. You can use it if you're having pain. You can put it with your lotion and rub it on if there's an area that's bothering you. So peppermint is always good to have. A thermometer is good to have. A couple of these different thermometers. Actually, I've given out over and over to my family. Somebody doesn't have a thermometer, I end up giving it away, but have a thermometer on hand. And it has been much needed during this season. A stethoscope. I guess if you're a nurse, you always have a stethoscope. But I try to teach my family how to use this as well. I have a granddaughter that's 2, and she's going to learn how to use this. Listening to the heart, listening to the beat, you can tell if it's a regular, if a heart is going bump, 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 bump on a regular, or if it's going bump and you don't hear anything, that tells you something is off. Or if it's beating real fast. So it's always good to have a stethoscope on hand. A blood pressure cuff. Now this is a wrist blood pressure cuff, and this is better than nothing. In the event of an emergency, you want to see where a person is. If the blood pressure is extremely high, you know something is going on. So it's good to at least have a wrist blood pressure cuff on hand. Another emergency thing that I like to have on hand is a pulse oximeter. A pulse oximeter. Now this checks your oxygen, and you can get this on Amazon. They are cheap, $20 at the most, and it just tells you if the person's oxygen is high or low. And in the event of an emergency, you want to be able to read and see where they are. So this is very useful. Every home should have one. That's just my opinion. Every home should have one. It's just good to have. You never know when somebody's going to be at your house or a family member and you need to check while you're waiting for an ambulance. Pulse oximeter. And it's PULSEOXIMETER. Okay. And I know you're probably going to say, okay, this is a bit much, but no, it's not. a blood sugar machine. Anybody can buy one. They are very cheap at Walmart. You can get one. It comes with the machine. I think this may be $15 at the most, but I got it a while back. It was like $9. These strips are they were like $5. And this came with the kit, and it came with this. And then you have the lancets that come with it. And I think they also give you some of these to put in the pen to stick your finger. Say somebody is almost becoming unresponsive. You want to know if their blood sugar is low. It's just a good thing to have. Read the box and it will tell you how to do it. Very cheap and effective. And I know you're probably saying she's a nurse, that's why she has all this. But my family knows how to use this. We know how to use it. Okay, next, allergy relief. This is Benadryl, which is diphenhydramine, same as Benadryl, but Benadryl is good in the event of an allergic reaction. And I like to have liquid Benadryl on hand because it works faster instead of the pill and chewing the pill. Having a liquid Benadryl, especially if you have children. I always tell someone if I'm taking something new or my husband is taking something new, we always let each other know, I just took that pill. So if all of a sudden, you never know when you're going to be allergic to something, it's good to have, and it's good to have this on hand. So get this in your bag. So that is what's in my bag today. I just wanted to share that with you and encourage you to get one started. And I'll be back again for more information, for more health tips.